So hello and welcome again to the Dentistry Gym. Today we're going to be focusing on the lower back mainly, trying to get it moving, trying to get it a bit stronger, work on things that help with stiffness, help with pain. For this class, all you're going to need is your trusty towel, okay? We're going to be on the floor a bit more today, so throw that away. So we're going to be on the floor a bit more today, so on the hands and knees. If you struggle with your wrists, saying going onto your hands and knees and putting weight on them, then use your fists, okay? Or use some pillows or something to help you get out of a lot of extension. So maybe put something under the wrist there that'll help you go onto your hands and knees a bit more. If you're finding the knees are hurting, make sure you're on a softer surface, use some pillows, then you'll find that it might be a little bit easier, okay? So, and as always, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. We're going to be doing these classes every month with dentistry.co.uk, working on different things, and then you can just rewatch them as and when you need. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we're going to go down to an all fours position like this, okay? So this is called the quadruped position. So now, in this position, you want to make sure that your wrist is kind of in line with your shoulder, so you're not kind of like this, or you're not kind of like that, okay? Again, if you're struggling with the wrists, use your fist like that, or you can turn out this way, okay? So instead of going that way, you turn out that way. So your hands are facing out to the side, whatever's comfortable. Or you can even put something underneath that. So you raise up your wrist, so something like a little pillow underneath there, or a weight plate, whatever it is, okay? Also, when you're doing it, knees in line with hips. So you're not back here, and also kind of shoulder width apart. So now we're gonna work on a little warm up. So with the spine, we wanna make sure that the spine moves like this, okay? Flexion and extension. So flexion is just rounding, extension is arching like that. You want to try to make sure that each segment moves. There's 5 lumbar vertebrae, okay? Some people have 6, some people have 4, but for the most part, each one of them wants to move. So we're going to be working on what's called segmental motion. Now, most of the time you might have seen the cat camel you see in yoga, so where you just do like a little bit of a motion like that. We're going to do it a little bit differently, okay? So what we're going to do, I want you to start on all fours. You're going to round your lower back as much as you can. So imagine that you're shooting your spine up towards the ceiling, okay, around the lower back, tense the abs a little bit. Then from there, I want you to imagine that you're unzipping your lower back, okay? So you're going to go from the bottom all the way to the top. So you're not going down like this. Instead, we're going to go down in the segmental fashion. So you're going to try to unzip the lower vertebrae, the one above it, the one above that, and the one above that. So eventually you're going to end up in extension. All right, then we're going to zip it up back again. Zip it up, rezip, I don't know the word for it, but I think you know what I mean. So from here, we're going to start at the top. We're going to try to go into flexion, then one below that, and then one below that. So as you can see, what we're trying to do is take our time and feel each bone kind of moving, okay? Unzipping, and then rezipping, all right? So we're trying to move each individual segment as much as we can. Now, you're gonna struggle with this, that's okay. Just try your best and try to think about or even imagine what it is you're trying to achieve. When you use your imagination is very powerful. It helps you to produce movement and different things like that, okay? So again, let's rezip it. And then when you get to the top as well, so when you're in flexion, try to really kind of push and contract your abs, try to shoot your spine towards the ceiling so you get as much flexion as you can, okay? And then you're going to go down, unzip into extension. And then when you get into extension again, try to squeeze, try to aim your belly button towards the floor, try to push your belly button towards the floor so you feel those muscles contracting. You're getting as much extension as possible, okay? So rezip and then unzip. Rezip it and then unzip it. Okay, this is going to work on that motion. Rezip, unzip. Good, couple more repetitions. Good, all right. Now the lower back's nice and warmed up. What we're going to do now is we're going to warm up the hips, because the hips are very involved in the lower back, okay? So if your hips don't move well, often lower back can sometimes hurt. So for this one, it's important that you brace through here, okay? Try not to shift too much. We're gonna be staying in the quadruped position. So when you're doing it, making sure that we're doing hip motion, you're not sort of leaning that way or leaning this way. Again, if you're struggling with it, then what you can do is you can raise yourself up. So find a little bit of platform, so you're a little bit higher, okay? Or if you're really struggling and you can't do it, then lay on your side and try to do the same motion, okay? So you want to be doing a nice big hip circle, as big as you can, but what you want to focus on is not moving the lower back, okay? For the last exercise, I wanted you to move the lower back. This one, I don't, okay? This one, I want you to brace nice and tight. I want you to be focusing on moving only your hip as much as possible, okay? It can help if you've got something like a foam roller, which I don't know where mine is, but it's somewhere here. So anyway, so if you've got something like a foam roller, whack a foam roller on your lower back, okay? That can help you, because if you move too much in the spine, the foam roller will fall off, okay? Even a tennis ball, anything that gives you tactile feedback is really, really good. All right, so we're gonna go into it through here. So we're gonna start with the right leg first, okay? Now, brace through here, and then what you're gonna do is this hand, so we're doing the right leg, so the right hand, I want you to push it into the ground a bit harder. And this leg here, my left leg, I'm on my toes, I'm pushing my left toes into the floor, okay? I'm creating a base of support. So I'm pushing my left foot, pushing my right hand. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this leg up towards this elbow. So right knee up to right elbow, then you're gonna come out to the side as far as you can. Then keeping the knee bent, you're gonna aim your heel towards the ceiling, okay? Then again, come in, go back, heel towards the ceiling. Don't straighten the leg. Keep the knee nice and bent, heel towards the ceiling. Out to the side, bring the knee up towards the elbow, and then back in again. Okay, let's do a couple repetitions. Side, heel to the ceiling, knee in the midline. Okay, then reverse, heel to the ceiling, knee out to the side, near the elbow, and then back in, okay? You should feel this predominantly in your hip when you do it, okay? And a little bit in your arms, stabilizing as well, all right? Couple more repetitions. Up, out to the side, heel to the ceiling, back into the middle. Reverse, heel to the ceiling, out to the side, and then back in, all right? Now we're gonna switch to the left side. Whew, it's tiring. So here, again, this time now you're doing the left knee, all right? So left hand is gonna push down to the floor, and then right toes are gonna push into the floor, okay? Right toes, left hand, brace, bring the knee up, out to the side, heel to the ceiling, back in the midline. Heel to the ceiling, out to the side, and then back in. Knee up, side, heel to ceiling, back in. Couple more times, remaining nice and braced the whole time. Remember, you're trying to draw the biggest circle you can. So as you go through your repetitions, try to get a bigger circle than the one before, okay? Really try and squeeze those muscles at the end range. Okay, good. Last repetition, and relax, okay? If you need to, take a break from the wrists, relax the shoulders a bit. Now you're nice and warm. Now things are moving, all right? All right, so for the next exercise, we're gonna be in quadruped again. This time we're gonna be stretching the outer glute muscles, all right? And working a bit more. So you're gonna be bringing this right leg in front, okay, of the leg like that, drop it down. So it's kind of like a 90-degree angle, sort of like that. Then you're gonna go into your hands here, okay? This back leg is here. Just try to straighten it out a little bit, okay? So you've probably seen this a little bit of a pose. Now here, so if you want, you can start with your leg completely straight like that, and the hip is in line here, all right? And then from here, you're just gonna sit back and maybe towards the right-hand side so you feel a bit of a nice stretch in through here, all right? So there, find that. Now you wanna be feeling a stretch here. If you feel a pinching in the front, then don't do this, okay? If you feel a pinch in the front or you're really struggling to kind of, your hip doesn't move that far, that's okay. What you can do is bring the foot back inwards. So instead of having the foot kind of here, you're gonna bring it more here. Okay, so the foot is no longer across the midline, the foot is on the side. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna lean out to the side a little bit more. So I'll show you. So instead of having the foot here, okay, you're gonna bring the foot in like this, and then you're gonna lean out to the side a little bit more, okay? So you can feel that stretch in the glute through there, okay? So we're modifying it slightly. But for those of you who can get the foot across the midline like that, then do that. So here. So we're gonna start with that left leg straight, okay? Find your stretch, so you're gonna lean back as much as you can, lean back through here. Okay, fine, we're just gonna hang out here. If you can, straighten that back leg out a little bit more. If not, it's okay, just hang out. We just wanna relax here a little bit. Try and find a nice stretch, all right? Remember, again, no pinching in the front. So here, find a nice stretch, kind of move around. You can even lean a little bit towards that way. Find, oh, there's a nice stretch. A bit more backwards, really depends on wherever you feel it the most. Good, so find your stretch and then breathe and relax. Relaxing is very, very important when you want to stretch, okay? Because you don't want to be fighting against your nervous system. So now you can even just relax that back leg a little bit, lean a bit more, find that stretch, and continue to breathe. That's it. Good. Nice and relaxed, spending time, trying to sink a bit deeper as time goes on. Go towards the side a bit more. Even if you're really good, bring this foot up a little bit more. So your foot is much more in line with your knee, okay? There we go, nice bigger stretch for me. That's it, keep going, just relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Good. Now what we're gonna do, you're gonna come forward and you bring your hands forward. Now for this, the less weight your hands take, the harder it is. So if you're really struggling, use your hands a bit more, all right? What we're gonna do is from here, straighten that back leg out. I'm gonna go up onto my fingers, like this, and then I'm gonna drop down onto my hip, and then I'm gonna go back up, okay? Again, the more weight your hands use, and the more weight your back leg does, the easier it is. The harder it is, the less weight. So if you're really good, then from here, you could control all the way down, and then back up. Control down, and then back up. Control down and back up. For everyone else, use your hands a little bit more. So you're trying to control the motion with this hip. So take your time. So we're gonna go 5 seconds. So you'll go up, lower yourself down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now with this leg, push this leg into the ground, push yourself back up. Push up, again, lower down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up with the right leg, again, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna feel a nice glute burn here. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last one, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very, very good. Okay, come out. We're gonna switch legs. All right. So bring the foot here. The more in line with your knee the foot is, the harder this is. If you're struggling, bring it back as much as you can. Okay. So from here, again, straighten that back leg out. And now sink down, find your stretch, and breathe. Breathe and relax, breathe and relax, that's it. Trying to sink deeper as time goes on. And relax the shoulders, keep breathing. Sink down, trying to get a little bit deeper. Straighten that back leg out. If you can't straighten the back leg out, you can bend it a little bit out to the side if you really need to, okay? Ideally try to keep that back leg straight, okay? Breathing, sinking deeper, pushing towards the left side a little bit more. Remember, aim for a stretch in the glutes, not a pinch in the front. That's it, sink nice and deep. If you can, stand up a bit taller onto the fists and then aim a bit more weight onto that side. Good, nice stretch. Okay, now you're gonna come forward onto your hands, okay? Remember, less hands, harder it is. More hands, easier it is. So here, I'm gonna go up into my fingertips, here, and then we're gonna lower down. Then use the left leg, push the left leg forward. Okay, there. Push with the left leg. Okay, try not to push with this back leg as much as you can. Try and make all the weight go through this left leg. Okay, so up tall, lower yourself down, and then push up. Up tall, lower yourself down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back up. So lower yourself down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Lower down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 more. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last one. Up. Let's do a hard one. Hold yourself up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, there we go. Good. All right. So back to the quadruped. Now what we're going to do from here, we're going to do a couple more cat camels just to loosen things off. So this one we're in for global. So just arch, flex, arch, flex, arch, flex, arch, and flex. Very, very good. Okay, now we're going to get up in a different way. So what you want to do is make sure you're pushing your toes down. Push your toes down into the floor and lift your knees off the floor. Okay, just slightly. Imagine you want to get a couple of pieces of paper underneath your knees. So here, lift up. Now walk your hands back. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Okay, now you're sort of in this position. So hands on the floor, feet are flat. If your feet can't be flat, if your hamstrings are quite tight, that's okay. Just bend the knees a little bit. Now from here, try to straighten out, okay? Feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings, okay? We're gonna bend the knees, straighten the knees. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, bend the knees, straighten the knees. If you're really struggling with this, it's okay. Bring your hands up a bit higher, okay? But again, you wanna bend the knees, straighten. As you straighten your knees, try to aim your head down towards the floor a little bit more. So straighten your knees, head down towards the floor. Bend your knees, straighten them, head down, okay? If you can, get a bit more weight forward on your hands. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, and then head down towards the floor. Sorry, I need to kiss the microphone there. So, bend the knees, straighten, bend, straighten, and then come up. Whew, nice burn there, wasn't it? All right, so now, you're gonna grab your trusty towel, all right? And we're gonna start to slowly finish things off, all right? So, now you've got your towel, roll it up. Make sure it's a decently big towel, not too small, all right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of fatigue the lower back, all right? If you're struggling with this, if you find you can't get into a bent over position because maybe your back hurts, then just modify it. Do it without the towel, okay? You can also do it in a sitting position. So just sit on a chair and then kind of lean forward. Wrap your hands around your waist, okay? Which I'll show you an example of. So if you can, grab your towel. What you're gonna do is you're gonna stand on the towel like this, feet roughly shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna grip onto the towel as much as you can from here. Now, when you're bending forward, okay, making sure that standing nice and tall, hips go backwards, okay? Try not to sort of round too much, all right? Try and keep the back relatively neutral. If you get a little bit of a bend, it's okay. Don't worry too much about it. So here, on the towel, okay? If you're struggling to bend in this position, get a bigger towel, all right? So if you're finding that your lower back is really hunched and you really can't bend that far, get a much bigger towel so that you're more upright, so you're not so far bent over like I am. So maybe you're in this position through here, all right? That's if you have things like lower back pain, maybe a bit of stiffness, you'll find that's a little bit easier to manage. Remember that some discomfort with exercise is okay, all right, but we don't want to be causing any pain, especially not the next day. So if you're getting a bit of pain the next day, then as long as it's usually below a 4 or a 5, maybe a bit of soreness, and it goes away quite quickly, that's okay. But if you're getting a flare up from doing stuff like this, then don't do it. You're gonna modify it, all right? So modify it so that it works for you. So you're standing up a lot taller. Okay, you're still working on the back, but you're working from a position that you're better at. Some of us are fine here. I'm fine here. You might not be, okay? You might be only fine, say in this position, or maybe even say this, but you're only just slightly bent over, all right? So that's okay. Just work where you can. Use a bigger towel, use something else, okay? If you're finding if you can't do that, you can also use, like, say, milk jugs, something like that to hold for time, all right? We're working on increasing the strength of the extensor muscles, okay, which is really important for anyone with lower back pain. So grab your towel, nice and tall, hips are gonna go back, stand on the towel. Okay, now from here, you're gonna grip on tightly to your towel, nice and tight, relax the arms so the arms are nice and straight, and then from here, you're just gonna try to stand up, okay? and you're gonna grip the towel. Towel's gonna stop you. So you're gonna pull, and you're gonna feel your lower back muscles work. And we're gonna go for time. Okay, we're gonna go for 30 seconds, all right? So, that's it. Keep breathing. So nice and tall. The harder you try to pull, the harder you contract. So we're going for like, say, 50%, 40% of your maximum. Don't go crazy. Don't try and rip the towel off the floor, but you're just trying to create some tension, all right? So hold it there, hold it. We're at about roughly 15, 20 seconds now. That's it. Should be feeling the lower back muscles starting to fatigue a little bit now. Feel a bit of a burn. Good. Breathing, breathing, good. Okay, now we're gonna ramp it up. So the last 5-10 seconds, we're gonna go try and really pull, break the towel, break the towel. That's it, pull, 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 pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Woo! That was tiring. I'm tired, all right? If you're not tired, you didn't pull hard enough, all right? Whew, let's have a breather. Okay, have a breather, have a walk around. All right, so now from here, what we're gonna do, just to relax the body, nice and tall, hands onto the thighs. You're just gonna slowly flop down as far as you can go. And then you're gonna draw a little bit of a semicircle, okay? So it looks like this, so here, that's it, draw a little bit of semicircle with your hands. Try to move the lower back as much as you can. There we go. That's it. That's just hang out, let it relax. So we're nice and relaxed, arms are relaxed, head is relaxed, not too much tension. If you're struggling, you can't go that far, just do it up here, it's okay. Wherever you can, just work on it, and then work your way down. That's it. Good, and then come back up. All right, hands onto the lower back. What you're gonna do is you're gonna drive your hips forward, okay? And then lean back gently. Okay, we're not going like this, you're not going for a bridge. We're just gonna lean back gently and then come forward. Lean back gently, come forward. Try to think of your belly button going forward. So you're trying to arch the lower back as you do this. Squeeze your glutes and then back. Squeeze the glutes, belly button forward and then back. Squeeze the glutes, belly button forward and back. Good, 2 more. Belly button forward. That's the last one. Belly button forward and then back. All right, now we're gonna go for another round on the towel. So grab your towel, all right? And again, remember, it shouldn't be causing too much pain. We should feel like fatigue, all right? If you feel any pain or you're really fatigued, something you need to work on, all right? If you're finding this is difficult, sometimes it's just the volume or the amount of exercise that's too much. So if that's the case for you, if you're feeling quite sore right now, then maybe just skip this one, all right? Take a break, build up to it the next time, all right? So when things are fatigued, they can, or when things have poor endurance, they get fatigued a lot quicker. All right, I'm gonna go on the towel again. Stand on the towel, hips are back, okay? So as you can see, my back is kind of straightish. It's not like absolutely flat, but we're not sort of like too hunched over, all right? So relatively flat back, a little bit of bend is okay. Grip onto those towels, okay? Start to stand up, all right? Let's try and pull the towel off the ground. Imagine trying to pull your own feet or rip the towel as much as you can, all right? So I'm there, feeling the lower back muscles working. Good, remember we're only at 40 or 50%. We're not going crazy right now. That's it. Breathe, that's it, good, hold. You might feel a bit of shaking in the muscles, that's good. I can feel my right hamstring shaking a little bit right now. So my leg is just a tiny bit shaky, that's good, means the muscles are working, all right? Good. Arms are relaxed, grip is strong, that's it. Good, now we're gonna ramp it up a little bit. We're gonna go for 60%, start to stand up a bit more, try and rip the towel a bit more. Good, let's work our way up to 70, 80%, your greatest, safest contraction, what you feel safe doing. If you don't feel safe going anymore, just stay at whatever level you're at. Good, let's ramp it up. Last 5-10 seconds, pull, try and break the towel. Pull, 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 pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax it. Oh my God, that's hard. I'm sweating. Okay, don't need you anymore. Okay, shake the arms. Now you're just gonna do some nice hip circles, okay? So put your favorite Shakira song on. the Macarena, whatever you want. Okay, nice hip circles, just to loosen off as we finished off. Whew, take some breaths. Okay, I think I need to run a bit more. Lockdown got to me. Not enough cardio. That's it. Loosen everything off. Shake the arms. Good. Side to side. Maybe do a couple of lean backs. Good. Lean back. Good. And then lean back. And you are done. Congratulations. So you can watch this class again. Do it as many times as you want. Work on getting more range of motion. Work on getting different things. You always want to try to improve. When you have lower back pain or stiffness or whatever, you're at a level. You're at, say, here. Okay, don't try and jump to here, where I was, okay, or even beyond that. Start where you are, and then incrementally work your way down, okay? If you can't get to here, it's okay. Start here, work your way here. As time goes on, you'll get down further, okay? If you couldn't extend and arch your back, that's okay. Just keep working on it. Just keep working to get better than you were yesterday, okay? Break it down to small steps and just keep repeating. And your body will adapt. That's the great thing about the human body. It's really, really adaptable. So work on that. If you're a bit sore, that's good. All right, remember that we don't want too much pain, especially afterwards. Maybe a bit of soreness, tiny bit of DOMS, that's okay. We don't want to having lots of flare-ups. If that's the case, then get in contact with me because we need to assess you, find out what's wrong, okay? And as always, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, share this with your dentistry friends, or anyone who kind of needs help with strengthening the lower back, getting more motion. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks guys, see you in a month.